Hello, welcome to my channel. What will Naruto do when a Shinto goddess asks him to save their world? Highschool DXD. Part 2 previously, then am I even human? If what you say are true, then how am I alive? Am I even human anymore? What will become of me when this threat is all over with? Naruto was frustrated. He wants answer, damn it. While frustrating, he failed to notice two hands touch his cheeks. When he did, he found himself kissing Amaterasu. The kiss wasn't like the one he got from Inari, he can't put it into words, but it felt nice. When the kiss just started, it also ended quickly as Amaterasu pulled back with one hand still on his cheek as she gazed into his eyes with a warm smile on her face that could light up the deepest part of darkness. Naruto-kun, I have a proposal for you. What is it? He asks. Time seems to stop around him as Amaterasu look into his eyes. Do you want to become a god? A god? Naruto stuttered. The statement greatly surprised Naruto. Becoming a god was the last thing he would think of. But yet right in front of him was Amaterasu, the goddess of sun and universe, ruler of the heavens, asking him to become one. He wants to reply, but his mouth wouldn't move. He couldn't even think of an answer as his brain just froze. Him becoming a god, wow. Lady Amaterasu, are you serious on making Naruto-kun a Shinto deity? Yasaka was the one who asked the question. Like Naruto, she was greatly surprised by the question. Yasaka knew it wasn't unusually for gods turning humans into deity. No, what surprised her was Amaterasu's proposal to Naruto. Among other pantheons, the Shintos never once turned humans into deities. The Shintos are very strict with this sort of things. In the Shintos' pantheons, becoming a god is more than that, it also means becoming a family. The Shintos view each other like family with unbreakable bonds. Sure, they will fight among each other, but in the end they're still family. But to outright invite a human to join them is unspeakable. Of course, Naruto-kun, you'll be the first human to ascend to godlyhood in the Shinto fraction. Amaterasu answer. She was still hugging the shocking Naruto. You have earned it, and the other has approval as well. Wait, please slow down, Sun-chan. You want me to becoming a god? Is that even possible? Naruto questioned. He has finally snapped out of his shock-like state, but still shock. Yes, it's possible for me to turn you into a god, Naruto-kun. Like that guy, what's his name again? Zeku? No, that can't be right. Zizu? No, wrong again. What his name again with a lightning bolt? Amaterasu pondered in thought, trying to remember the name. You mean Zeus, the ruler of Olympus. Yasaka deadpanned. Ah, that's his name, right? Anywho, the rulers of each pantheon have the power to turn mortal in deities. Zeku, I mean Zeus, the ruler of Olympus, Odin, the leader of Norse mythology, even that punk Indra from Hindu mythology, and me, the ruler of Shintos. Amaterasu smiled as she releases Naruto. Oh, so can I ask another question? Why would you make me into a god? Naruto questioned. Amaterasu just smiled brightly as she twirls around. Naruto watches time seems to slow down as he watches Amaterasu twirl around. The smile on her beautiful face with her long raven black hair flowing through the wind, as cherry blossoms petals dancing around her. Naruto couldn't help but stare at her, as if he was caught in a genjutsu or something. Because you earn it, Naruto-kun, not just me but everyone else thinks so too. Amaterasu stopped her twirling as she stares at Naruto. Throughout your life, we Shinto have watched over you. We saw how you became, the kind of person you are, and the struggle you face. You are worthy to join us, Naruto-kun. We would love you to join our family, she smiled. Naruto doesn't know what to do. He always wants a family. Sure, back in Konoha he has his precious people that are close to him as family, but not exactly. Naruto knew they have their own family back home to return. Some like Ino and Shika lost their father in the war, but their mothers are still back home as Naruto always returned to an empty house. But is it worth becoming a god? Living a long life and giving up his humanity? No, he doesn't know if he should be calling himself human anymore. Say, if I became a god, what are my benefits? Naruto asks. He fails to notice a gleam in Amaterasu's eyes. There are a lot of benefits. You will live a long life as your life force will increase, and your power will increase, though what kind of power we won't know. There are a lot of benefits on becoming a deity, Naruto-kun, and I won't name them now, but I will tell you this. A sly smile appears on her face. As you know, we Shintos have many influence in different world, and each world is under certain Shinto jurisdiction. Her smile grew larger. Since we have no god looking over the elemental nation and all, and if you become a god, the elemental nation will be under your jurisdiction. Amaterasu's smile never left her face as Naruto's expression changed from surprise to excitement. Knowing what will seal the deal, she continues. Also, every god needs followers. For Inari-chan, she has her kitsunes, Susanoo has his samurai, and I have my mikos. If you're a god, and with the elemental nation under your jurisdiction, your title will be God of the Shinobi. Have a nice ring to it, don't you think? Her answer was a gaze-looking Naruto. So Naruto-kun, what's your answer? Kuoh and Kurama, both Chibi-Q, are seen walking down the street of Kyoto as the yukais bow their head to Kuoh and Kurama. Since Kurama and Kuoh left Yasaka's shrine, rumor was spreading throughout the yukai fraction about another Kyuubi. Some of them wave off the rumor, but was proving wrong when they see the Chibi-Q duo walking down together. Buahaha, bow down to the almighty Kyuubi Kurama. Buahaha. Kurama laugh as they both walk past an alleyway. Though in the alleyway were 5 silhouettes watching the two before retreating back in the shadow. They never notice Kurama glancing at them. Could they better give me a challenge? Kurama thought, as he continues following Kuoh. Hurry up, Kura-chan, let's go to the candy shop. Kuoh shouted, as she pulls Kurama along by his tails. Unhand me this, insists, and don't give me some silly nickname. Naruto and the others. Here we find Naruto and Amaterasu having a staring contest. When Amaterasu gave him some benefits about being a Shinto god, he was excited about the offer. After finding out there are no gods having elemental nation under their rule, he could use this chance to maintain peace in his world. Plus having extra power is a bonus too. Though outliving all your friends will be the price to pay. Even if seeing his friends pass, they are a lot of chance he will see them in heavens, maybe not Sasuke though. I think I'll take up your offer, Sun-chan. Naruto smile, it sound like a good offer, and who knows, I might need the power boost if I'm going up against this threat. He finishes but was caught off guard when Amaterasu tackled him, knocking the two down. Composing himself, he found himself under Amaterasu as she hugs him tightly. Oh, I knew you will say yes. Amaterasu squeal, as she pulls Naruto head into her buxom. Sun-chan, please let go, I can't breathe again. Naruto said, desperately trying to find oxygen. This is the 3rd time he's about to die from those. Truly women are dangerous with those boobs of theirs. Sorry Naruto-kun. Amaterasu apologized as she let go of Naruto head, letting him breathe. Sitting up while straddling him, Amaterasu was in thought, as if she forgetting something. I feel like I'm forgetting something, she trail off. Yasaka for her part just sigh, how come her lady always forgetful, always leaving out important information or forgetting other people's name. Lady Amaterasu, you're forgetting to tell Naruto-kun there's a trial on becoming a Shinto deity. Yasaka sigh, having a boss like Amaterasu is troublesome. Maybe she could take a walk in the park later to ease her mind. Or go back in her room and relieve some stress. Trial, there a trial on becoming a god? Naruto questioned, though he blushed when he found himself being straddled by Amaterasu. He could feel her round ass on his crotch. Being a hot teenage boy with a large libido, Naruto is dangerously about to unleash his holy sword. Okay, calm down Naruto, you can do this, just think about something else, think about Bachan-ga, I only picture her boobs. Okay, think of anything else, come on, think about Ero-sanan in the hot tea ga, is she grinding on me? Naruto cries out. Looking at the source of his torture, his statement became true as Amaterasu started to grind on him. What are you doing, Sun-chan? Naruto blush, as Amaterasu continued to grind on him. Lady Amaterasu, what are you doing? Yasaka blush as she covers her face, though you could see her peeking between her fingers. What? I'm horny. Try living this long while being horny. It's frustrated. I haven't seen a penis up close before. Amaterasu whine in frustration. It's unladylike, Lady Amaterasu, you need to control yourself. Yasaka tries to reason with Amaterasu but fell in deaf ear. I can't control myself any longer. Too long, way too long have I been a virgin. Amaterasu started to get aggrieved as she tries to pull Naruto pants off. Knock it off, Sun-chan, help, I need an adult. Yasaka-chan gives me a hand. Naruto scream, as he desperately tries to fend off Amaterasu hands. He doesn't want to get raped, he always thought his first time will be special and not like this. I am an adult. It's okay Naruto-kun, this is your welcome present. Just relax and let me handle the rest. Amaterasu said as she continues to assault Naruto pants, but her effort end with a failure. Don't be stubborn Naruto-kun. Yasaka-chan, come over here and gives me a hand. What? Why would I do such things in broad daylight? Yasaka said, as her face became red. Oh, come on Yasaka-chan, you haven't got some since little Kuoh was born, and I know mating season is right around the corner. I know you need to release too. Come and help me, will you? Amaterasu said, taking a glance at Yasaka. Finding the opening he was looking for, Naruto pushed Amaterasu off his lap as she landed on her butt, and got up. He was preparing to run out the backyard, but he tripped and fell on the ground. He found himself being dragged, so taking a glance at his feet he was surprised to see a golden foxtail wrap around his foot. Sorry, Naruto-kun, I haven't had sex ever since Kuoh was born and I need a release. Yasaka apologized, as she drags Naruto towards a smirking Amaterasu. Good job Yasaka-chan, she praises the blushing Kyuubi. Now Naruto-kun, I promise I will give you the ride of your life. Amaterasu declares as she pulls off the top of her Miko outfit, showing off her DD cups and her pink nipples. Naruto's face was priceless when he gazed upon those melons. His eyes went wide as his face turned bright red. Before anyone knew it, his head was knocked back as a stream of blood shot out of his nose before he fainted. Ara, I think I went too far. Amaterasu giggled in her hand. Lady Amaterasu, should we wake Naruto-kun up? Yasaka suggested, releasing the unconscious shinobi. Nope, this will make it easier for us, kukuku. Amaterasu laughed as she kneeled down and was preparing to take Naruto pants off. Wait, you're seriously doing it? Yasaka blushed. Of course, today I'm losing my virginity. Amaterasu announced as she pulls down Naruto pants and boxing in one tug. When the pants got pulled, both Amaterasu and Yasaka witnessed something that will burn into their mind for the rest of their life. Standing tall as if it was flagpole was Naruto's holy sword. Both women stare at it, and before long they too were blown back by a massive nosebleed, knock 'em out in the progress. That's AP penis. Amaterasu muttered with swirl in her eyes before she fainted. As we find 3 unconscious bodies lying on the ground with massive blood surrounding the 3, with Naruto holy sword standing tall like a flagpole and Amaterasu boobs were out to the world. Chibi-Kyu duo, my pervert senses are tingling. Kurama thought as he let out a pervert giggle, catching Kuoh's attention. Any Kura-chan, what's so funny? Kuoh asks innocently, getting Kurama to wave her off with his tails. Since there an illusion surrounds Kyoto, so Yukai can walk among the human without being seen. Kurama can freely walk around with being noticed. Nothing, chibi, wait until your order and ask me then. Kurama replies as his senses picks up on killer intents behind them. So they about to make their move, huh? He thought, moving in closer to Kuoh. Kid, listen to me and listen well. Kurama said seriously. What is Kura-chan? Kuoh innocently asked, not picking up the seriousness in Kurama's voice. Kurama had to bite back a growl that was about to escape, but managed to prevent it. Not wanting to be in the open, he pulled a confusing Kuoh in the alleyway. Walking to the end of the alleyway, Kurama turned around just in time as 5 figures in cloaks blocking the entrance. Kuoh-sama, we're here to escort you back home. One of the cloak figures stepped forward. Who are you? Ka-sama wouldn't send people that we don't know. Beside, I got Kura-chan with me. Kuoh protests as the cloak figure continues to come closer. Too bad, we're here to take you with us. The cloak figure tried to reach for Kuoh, only for arm to be missing. My arms, he screams. Cuckoo, that is the least of your worries, Kurama said as he tossed an arm away with his tails. Turning back at the shocked-looking Kuoh, Kit, close your eyes and keep them close, Kurama said, walking towards the figures. But Kuoh tries to protest, but Kurama shut her up. I said close your eyes now. Kurama roared. Kuoh didn't want to upset Kurama, just close her eyes. Now then, what do we have here? We got 5 traitors against a little old me. Kurama continues, walking forward slowly as a predator hunting their prey. I'll give you 2 choices, A, tell me who sent you and I might let you live, or B, I'll kill you slowly. Kurama grinned, showing his teeth. Too bad for you, we're going to kill you and take Kuoh to Tsukuyomi-sama. One of the cloak figures said, and everyone in the alleyway went quiet. Everyone was looking at the person who just burst out their employer name as if he was an idiot. You idiots, you just told them our employer name, a female cloak figure said, if her voice didn't give it away. Who cares, we're going to kill him anyway, another figure said. But he just ripped out your arm. I was caught off guard, he's just a chibi-kyuubi, and he doesn't have the power like Yasaka-sama. Somehow that sentence ticked Kurama to no end. Is this how Naruto felt when he's being underestimated? Oh, he couldn't wait to kill him slowly, and piss on their corpse. On second thought, Kurama doesn't have the organ. Shut up and come at me. Since option A is out of the question, though, I would still kill anyway, we go with B, as in I kill you all. Kurama snarled as 3 of them charge in with spears on their hand. Despite being small as a cat, Kurama isn't no slouch. With the power of 4 tails, he could easily destroy them and the surrounding area. Hell, 1 tail could still be considered of overkill. But Kurama wants to enjoy the slaughter he was about to cause. Rushing forward with great speed, surprising the other figures, Kurama jumps to the side of the wall, avoiding a spear that was aiming for his head. Touching the side of the wall, Kurama jumped out away from another spear. Now in midair, the last of the 3 figures threw his spear straight for Kurama. Die! He shouted as he was expected the spear to pierce Kurama, but to his and everyone's shock, one of Kurama's tails grabs the spear in midair. I think this belonged to you, so take it back. The spear in Kurama's tails was sent back to its owner in great speed. Trying to dodge this own spear, hint the word try, as the spear pierced the cloak figure's shoulder, sending him crashing in the wall where he was restrained. Giving him a ferociously grinned, Kurama let out a roar that shouldn't be coming out from a small fox. Come, you bore me, you better be ready because I'm coming for you. Kurama let out another roar as his tails grabbed 2 spears aiming at his back. Looking back, he saw the two cloak figures that he has passed a second ago struggling to free their spear from his grasp. Sensing someone charging to his front, Kurama pulls the two spears forward before letting the spears out of his grasp. Both figures stumble forward from the sudden pull. One of them fails to notice a spear coming straight at him. But it was too late, as he was pierced in the head by his fellow comrade's spear. "Damn it, you'll pay, bitch," the one who killed his friend yells. Kurama didn't give a damn as he just pounced on the figure. But he was halted when he saw something coming straight at him. Dodging it, Kurama saw something that reminded him of Orochimaru. He saw a long neck stretching at least 20 yards from the alley entrance of the spot where he used to be. Not having the time to think about it, Kurama jumped out of the way from two incoming spear slash. Running along the wall, Kurama make his way toward the still pinned figure. Planning his next move right, Kurama jumped past the pinning figure as an incoming spear was thrown at him. If his timing was right, the spear should hit the figure in. "Ah, my dick," the restraining figure screams as the spear pierces his crotch. "My bad," his comrade apologizes, pulling the spear out. Taking advantage of the distraction, Kurama makes his way towards the two. The other cloak figure saw Kurama rushing at his comrades, threw his spear at Kurama, hoping to end the little fucker. Too bad for him, Kurama sensed the incoming spear and couldn't help but smirk evilly as he dodged the spear, which landed on. "Ah, my balls, sniff. Please kill me already, sniff the pain, it hurts." The still pinning figure whimpers as the spear pierced his balls as his crotch area was covered in blood. "Forget about the fox, just kill Yasaka, daughter," the woman with the long neck said as her neck stretched across the alley towards Kuoh, who still has her eyes shut. Kurama saw this and was about to cut her throat off with his claws, but stopped when he saw the woman's neck and body was erupting in purple flames. The flames caught the last three remaining figures' attention, and before they knew it, the other two figures' body erupting in purple flames as well, leaving the still trapped figure on the wall. "Why didn't I die yet?" he sobbed. Kurama was about to kill him, but a voice stopped him. "We need to get some information from him first, Kurama-kun." A light appears behind Kurama, making him shield his eyes. "Ara, when he did you became a kid again, Kurama-kun?" A familiar voice asks. Recognizing the voice, Kurama looks up and he saw Inari standing there. "No, Lady Inari, just Naruto being a brat and prank me, and thank you for your assistance, though I had the situation under control." Kurama comments but look away when Inari gave him a knowing look. "Yes, I can tell that you were toying with your enemies to no end." Inari scolded Chibi Kurama, "I know you want to fight and all, Kurama-kun, but you must do it when you don't have to protect Kuoh-chan. Do I make myself clear?" "Yes, Lady Inari." Kurama apologized, though he doesn't sound like it. "Anyway, I came here to meet up with Naruto-kun and Amaterasu until I stumble upon this, so I came to end it. Speaking of which, Kuoh-chan, you can open your eyes now." Inari calls out, getting Kuoh to open her eyes. "Auntie Inari." Kuoh ran up to Inari and gave her a big hug. "I miss you." She buried her face in Inari's breast, getting the goddess to giggle. "I visited 2 days ago, sweetheart. I know, I just miss you." Inari just smiled while Kurama was torturing the last remaining attacker. "Why did Tsukuyomi send you? Or I'll stab you with a spear." Kurama threatened the sobbing attacker. But why you are stabbing me with it? Please kill me already," he begged. "Talk and I'll stop and I'll end your suffering, maybe." Kurama grinned. Inari saw what's going on and shook her head. Kurama is really a sadist. "Kurama-kun, please takes Kuoh here for some ice cream," Inari said, letting go of Kuoh as Kurama dropped the spear, not before stabbing him in the crotch, earning a "why" from the captive. "Kuoh dear, can you take Kurama to get some ice cream?" she asks, getting an excited nod from Kuoh. "Yep, let's go, Kura-chan." She ran out of the alleyway with a grumbling Kurama, leaving Inari along with the attacker. "Now then, it's time for your punishment." She gazed at the imprisoned attacker with those scary sadist eyes as she conjured up a whip in both hands. "Let's begin your punishment." Yasaka Shrine. Inari could be seen standing at the entrance of the backyard with an eyebrow raise. In front of her were Naruto, Amaterasu and Yasaka standing there awkwardly. Naruto's face was beet red as he would take several glances towards Amaterasu and Yasaka. Yasaka's face was beet red as she keeps mumbling about a second Tokyo Tower. Amaterasu's expression was, well, her face was beet red with a goofy smile on her face as she held out her hands apart, showing the measurement of something while muttering something along the line of, "must, conquer, ding dong." Wanting to get into business, Inari cleared her throat, getting the other attention as she made herself known. "Naruto-kun, it's great to see you again." She winks at him as he gave a smile and a wave in return. "Yasaka-chan, it's great to see you again also, and I have news that Kurama-kun and I had taken care of the traitors in Kyoto." Yasaka gave a sigh of relief. "Thank you, Lady Inari, it put me at ease to know my daughter and people are safe." Yasaka bowed toward Inari. "Though, I must ask where my daughter is now." "She's getting ice cream with Kurama-kun, they should return before night." Inari's gaze went from Yasaka towards Amaterasu as the two stare each other. Hello Amaterasu, hope you didn't do anything bad with my Naruto-kun. Her eyes narrowed at the innocent-looking Amaterasu. I don't know what you're talking about, but what do you mean yours? Naruto-kun will be my husband and ruler of Takamagahara with me. Amaterasu eyes narrowed dangerously as the two glares at each other. Amaterasu then gave Inari a smug smirk. Beside, I saw his penis first and I must say I'll be the one who conquer it first. She declares, getting different reaction from everyone. Naruto was blushing hard as he keep averting his eyes from the others. Yasaka was blushing as well as she imagined a night with Naruto and his holy sword. Blood slowly runs down her nose. Inari was pretty angry if her snarling is anything to go by. You bitch, I'll be his first, after all we both made out. Inari gave a smug smirk, getting a twitching Amaterasu. Why you bitch? Amaterasu lunged at Inari as the two fell down. A cat fight has started as a dust cloud cover the two comically while the both would pull each other hair or bite each other. Hey breaks it up, you two. Can we please get down? Naruto tries to stop the two but two first collided to face, making him fly backward before landing in front of Yasaka's feet. Ow, they can punch, he groaned as Yasaka helped him on his feet. Thanks. No problem, she smiles before her eyes narrowed at the fighting goddesses. Excuse me, I have to take care of those two over there. She makes her way over to Inari and Amaterasu as the both of them got each other in a headlock. Before they knew it, Yasaka pulls out a frying pan and smacked the both of them on top of their heads, making them drop like a sack of potato. Are you two done now? Please act like proper goddess for once since you got here, my ladies. Yasaka scolded. What are you talking abo? Amaterasu and Inari tries to protest but quickly shut up when Yasaka raise her frying pan. Good. Now both of you need to be scolded for your behavior. Really, you two would act so childishly in front of Naruto-kun. Yasaka shook her head in disappointment and looked down on the ground like a child that got in trouble. But beside a child you got two goddesses. Knight Kurama was carrying a sleeping canoe on his back. After they went for ice cream, canoe developed a sugar rush and ran around Kyoto. Of course, being her babysitter, he had to chase after her. Kurama would never admit it, but that Chibi-Q can run like none other. It took him at least 20 minutes for him to finally caught up with Canoe, and right on time too, as she finally collapsed for the aftermath. But what caught Kurama attention when he walks into the backyard was both Amaterasu and Inari sitting in a Caesar position with their heads down as Yasaka was scolding them. Kurama saw Naruto looking at his direction. Walking up to his partner, Kurama gave the sleeping canoe to Naruto while he lay next to him. So, how's your day? Naruto decided to start a conversation as Canoe was sleeping on his laps. Sucks. I toy with the traitors a bit but got really bored afterward, then Lady Inari came and burned the rest and I had to chase this chibi around Kyoto because she had the sugar rush. Kurama grunted. I want to face tougher opponents, maybe some angels here and there, maybe we should attack their heaven for the fuck of it. Naruto just shook his head. Looking at the night sky, Naruto couldn't see any stars, only the crescent moon shrined dimly in the night sky. Kurama, don't you think it's weird that all our enemies has some kind connection to the moon? Naruto asks, getting Kurama attention, like Madara and Kaguya with their infinite moon eye plan that reflects off the moon. Do you think Tsukuyomi might be involved with them? I find it strange, when Tsukuyomi was released from his seal around the same time Madara unsealed the Ten-Tail. These events was convened, someone in the Shinto must have unsealed him while his seal has weakened. Naruto concluded. So you're thinking they're a traitor among the Shinto gods? Kurama questioned as Naruto nodded. It could be possible, but who would have done it and without being caught in the progress? I don't know, but I want to find out before it's too late. Agree, but we mustn't tell Amaterasu or anyone else about this, we don't want Takamagahara to be in an uproar. Naruto nodded his head in agreement, as the two fell in comfortable silences. Oh, forgot to mention, but Sun-chan gave me an offer to become a god, Naruto said as if it wasn't a big deal. Kurama though was looking at his host like he was crazy. Should have told me sooner, baka. Chibi Kurama punches Naruto across the face. The outskirt of Kyoto. In the outskirt of Kyoto, a black cat could be seen staring out at Kyoto on top of a cliff. One would think it's a normal cat, but how wrong are they? The cat seems to focusing on finding the energy she had felt this afternoon. While taking a walk around the city, Kuroka felt enormous amount of chakra from the east of her location. While sensing the chakra, she couldn't help but feel attracted to the chakra. To her, the chakra was a lot heavier than any other chakra she had felt, and the warmth and power the chakra seemed to calling out to her. Wanting to find source of the chakra, she dashed off to its location, which lead her here. I found it NYA, Kuits has to be Kyoto too, or well, I'm still coming to get you NYA. The Nekomata jumps off the cliff and onto the sea of trees heading for Kyoto. Let's see who you are NYA. Naruto and others. Naruto and Kurama could feel the tension in the air as both goddesses were staring at them. After being scolded by Yasaka, the three of them made their way to Naruto and Kurama. Asking what happened to Kuoh, Kurama explained that she had a sugar rush and Yasaka just sighed before thanking Kurama and bringing Kuoh to her room, before telling them to be ready for dinner. After she left, Amaterasu wanted to discuss something considering Naruto. Naruto-kun, when I mention you becoming a god, I might have forgot to mention something as well, Amaterasu nervously said. You see, even though we Shinto's approval of your godlyhood, but by the ancient law being placed by my father Izanagi, for you to become a god you must pass the trials from us. Trials? There a trial on becoming a god? Naruto asks. He glances at Inari who nodded at him. Yes, we Shintos are strict on who's be joining among us Shintos, so Izanagi-sama made a law, if we Shintos would ever turn a mortal into a deity, we would have them pass the trial we give them to see if they're worthy enough. Inari explained, as bright light shine on Naruto's neck as he saw a necklace with 6 dull-color magatama. These 6 magatama on your necklace Naruto-kun will light up when you complete a trial. Amaterasu explained as Naruto looked over his necklace. Since there are 6 magatama they will be 6 trials you must complete. What kind of trials are there? Kurama questioned. The trials are different ranging from errand, to solving a mystery or even training, it's up to the gods that gave it to you really. Amaterasu shrugged. Do you know which gods will give the trials and when? Naruto asks and Inari was the one who answered. Yes we do, but it's against the rules for your trial. The times are random, whenever the god feel like it they will teleport you to their location to start your trial, so be ready at all time. Inari said getting a nod from Naruto. It's fine Naruto-kun, we know you will pass all of them even if the odds are against you. We know you will find a way to pass them. Amaterasu said as both goddesses smile at him. I won't let you guys down. I swear I will pass every single one, and I never go back on my word, that is my nindo. My ninja way, Naruto proclaimed with a grin. Amaterasu and Inari blink in surprise before breaking into fit of giggles. Hey, why are you guys laughing? Naruto asks but was ignored as both goddesses took hold of his arms. We know you will pass them Naruto-kun. Amaterasu whispers in his left ear. Now you swear on it we have no worries since you never go back on your word. Inari whispers in his right ear. Naruto's face started to heat up as both goddesses was close to his face as his arms are between his their buxom. Cuckoo, good luck kit. Kurama snicker as his body puff up into smoke. Damn, oh well front row ticket for me cuckoo. Kurama was back inside his seal as he watches his host misfortune. Fuck you, Naruto thought before he heard Yasaka calling for them. Dinner's ready, please come in wash your hands. Yasaka called to them as both Inari and Amaterasu let go of his arms, making Naruto sigh in relief. Thanks God, I'm hungry. Naruto's stomach started to growl as Inari and Amaterasu giggle. Amaterasu snapped her finger in realization as if she remembers something. Oh, right you have to sign this contract Naruto-kun. Amaterasu said as an ink and scroll appear in front of him. This contract means you're taking the trials and we Shintos have taken no responsible for your death. Amaterasu giggled though Inari raised an eyebrow. Is that so? Maybe I should Raya. No need to read it, just sign it Naruto-kun. Amaterasu interrupt him as Inari eyed her with suspicion. Naruto just gave her a confused look. But you have to read the contra, sign it now. Amaterasu glared at Naruto doesn't want to feel her wrath as he began to sign his name. After signing his name the ink disappeared and the scroll moved towards Amaterasu. Thank you Naruto-kun, can you please head to dinner before us? Amaterasu smiled brightly making Naruto nodded hesitantly as he makes his way inside. Once inside Amaterasu looks at the scroll and let out a giggle as trail of blood escaped her nose. I don't remember anything about signing a contract Amaterasu. It was more of a statement than a question. Amaterasu just gave her a smug smirk before skipping her way inside. We don't, it's a marriage contract for me and Naruto-kun hoo. Amaterasu laughed as she began to run inside from an angry Inari. Get back here bitch. Naruto walked down the streets of Kyoto holding a certain orange book in his hand. Now, you must be wondering why Naruto had an Ika book in his hand. The answer was that last night at the dinner table, Amaterasu brought up his financial problem, since only Yukai accept his kind of money. At first Amaterasu suggested on conjuring some money for him but he quickly denied it, telling them that he will be okay. They hesitated at first but Naruto showed them Jiraiya famous book series the Ika series. Amaterasu nodded in agreement since they knew how famous the Ika series were. Yasaka though was confused, so she grabbed a copy of it and read it, which is how Naruto found himself sitting on his knees while Yasaka scolded him. Though, curiously enough Naruto never got the book back. While waking up the next morning, Naruto found himself squished between Inari and Amaterasu with their breasts in his face while their bodies were sprawled over his. To make matters worse, they were sleeping in their birthday suit. With a strong will and mental preparation, Naruto was able to prevent another massive nosebleed. Needing to find a publisher for his late godfather's work and make some cash, Naruto used the Kawarimi no Jutsu to switch his body with a pillow. Amaterasu and Inari hugged the pillow closer, though they frowned at the loss of warmth. Leaving the shower, Naruto dressed himself with clothes Yasaka provided for him. Apparently he had to blend into the human society or he would attract certain attention from different groups. Though he had said he would let them come at him, a few seconds later his body dropped to the ground with a big lump on his head courtesy of Yasaka. Needless to say, he agreed to wear the clothes. His clothes consisted of a black long t-shirt with a red Uzumaki symbol on his back, and he wore his 6 Magatama necklace over his shirt. He still wore his Anbu pants, but he had to replace his sandals with a pair of black sneakers. His headband is now located on his left bandaged arm. It goes without saying, when Naruto hit the street he attracted a lot of attention, especially from the female population. Ugh, I should have asked Yasaka-chan for directions. I think I'm lost. Wonder how Kurama is doing. Naruto wondered. Since last night Inari asked Kurama to train the next batch of kids for her since they are still new and inexperienced. Surprisingly, Kurama was all too happy to accept her offer. He hasn't heard from him or the other kids since last night though, when Kurama decided to have a nightly train session. Deep in thought he didn't notice a large crowd standing in front of a damaged candy store. Walking past them he heard a meow next to him. Looking around he felt something rub against his leg. Glancing downward he saw a black cat rubbing itself on him, purring away. "Oh, hey there little Neko, what you doing here all by yourself?" he asked. Bending down he began to scratch its ear, causing it to lean on his touch, purring in pleasure. "Do you have an owner to go back to?" The cat managed to shake its head, still in bliss by his touch. Is that so? How about accompany me for a while, Neko-chan?" The cat let out a meow. Taking it as a yes, Naruto picked up the cat and put it on top of his head, which made the cat more comfortable. As Naruto began to walk down the street, the cat failed to notice the glint in his cerulean eyes. Inari and Amaterasu started to feel uncomfortable after losing her heat source, so she began to roll around the bed. Rolling over the pillow that Naruto substituted with, Amaterasu found her heat source once again. Hugging the figure close to her as she felt the figure hugging her back, Amaterasu had a naughty dream. Amaterasu's dream? "Oh, Naruto-kun, please take me now," Amaterasu moaned as she started to undress, showing off her exotic figure to Naruto. "Oh, I've been waiting for this." Naruto began to undress himself, leaving himself naked to Amaterasu with his holy sword in for power. "Let's make love and have many children," he whispered in her eyes as he started to trail kisses down her neck, as Amaterasu began to moan. "Please no more." She pushed Naruto down on the bed and got on top of him. "Enough foreplay, let's hit the main event." Naruto pushed himself up, giving Amaterasu a passionate kiss. "Your wish is my command." Naruto flipped her over and dream end. Amaterasu let out a perverted giggle as a stream of blood trailed down her nose. "Oh, don't be so rough, Naruto-kun," she muttered in her sleep as she hugged the figure tighter. Inari felt someone hugging her. Thinking it was Naruto, Inari began to hug the person back and wrapped her arms around the person's waist. Not taking notice of the slim figure she hugged, Inari entered dreamland. Inari's dream: "Please master, I'm sorry for breaking the vase." Inari apologized wearing an exotic maid dress, before getting slapped in the face by Naruto. "Do you know how much that cost me? 23 million yen. That's how much it cost." He yelled at the down Inari, who was holding her swollen cheek and holding back her tears. "I think a punishment is needed." Naruto moved over to sit on a chair. "Get over here and bend over my lap," he demanded, prompting Inari to hesitate to get up but still complying as she moved over to him and bent over his lap. "Please master, I'm sorry," she whimpered as Naruto moved her skirt up, showing her bubbly ass to him. "Of course you are, but you still need a spanking," he said, as he brought his hand down on her ass, making Inari cry in pain and pleasure as Naruto kept repeating his action. Naruto noticed his legs started to get wet and the look on Inari's face was clouded in pleasure. "So Inari-chan is a masochist, huh? Let's see how many spanks it will make you come," he laughed as he resumed spanking her repeatedly. Yes, master, I'm a worthless maid, please punish me more," Inari yelled as Naruto continued to spank her. "Master, I'm close, I'm CC coming," Inari moaned in pleasure as her naked body turned cherry red. Dream end. Inari moaned in her sleep as her face was flustered from her dream. "Oh, master, please let this worthless maid pleasure you," she giggled as her hand traced down from the person's waist to the crotch area. "I'll give you a happy ending, master," Inari giggled as she reached for her prize, but her face quickly showed confusion. She expected to grab his holy sword, but she found nothing but flat skin. Frowning, she started exploring around the area before she found a hole. Not thinking straight, she put a finger inside as she felt something wet and soft. Oh. Amaterasu moaned in her sleep. Not hearing this, Inari decided to add another finger. Oh. Naruto-kun, please be gentle. Amaterasu muttered as both her and Inari's eyes started to open. They both blinked at each other as their eyes trailed down to where Inari has her finger inside Amaterasu. Their eyes then went back to looking at each other. This is why I didn't feel Naruto-kun penis, because you are not Naruto-kun, ha ha humph. Inari got hit in the face by a pillow and before she could do anything Amaterasu tackled her off the bed. Why you violated me? Only Naruto-kun can do that. Amaterasu yelled as both she and Inari wrestled around on the floor naked. Outside in the backyard, Kuoh and Yasaka are in the backyard where Kuoh was training her foxfire. While training, the both of them heard screaming and muffling sounds inside and Yasaka could only sigh at what she knew were the two goddesses fighting. Ka-sama, what's going on? Kuoh paused her training, looking at her mother. Hey, Ka-sama, where you going with that frying pan? Kuoh asked again as she saw Yasaka make her way inside the house. Nothing honey, just resume your training, mommy will be back in a few. Yasaka said as Kuoh nodded her head and resumed her training as Yasaka went inside. A few minutes later, while Kuoh was still training, she heard her mother shouting and two bam sounds followed by two thumps. Shrugging her shoulder, she continued her training. Naruto and the Neko. Naruto found himself at a park with a large lake in the middle. The Neko that Naruto found was relaxing on top of his head while he continued to walk through the park. This place is very peaceful, not a lot of people around, guess they don't appreciate nature anymore. Naruto thought as he looked around the park. The park itself was beautiful, cherry blossom trees surrounded the area as their petals danced in the wind. Plants and flowers blossomed in late spring. To Naruto, the park itself was a sanctuary to him, and he could feel at peace here more than anywhere else in the world. A growling sound caught his attention as he looked up at the black cat on his head. You hungry, Neko-chan? He chuckled as the cat blushed. Can a cat even blush? Shaking his head, Naruto walked to a bridge that looked like the bridge where Team 7 would always met, and sat down on the railing as the cat sat next to him. Well, let's catch some fish, shall we? He asked as he pulled up his sleeve showing a seal on his wrist before a plume of smoke appeared showing Naruto holding ninja wires. Standing up, Naruto jumped to the nearest tree and broke a piece of branch off as he made his way back to the spot. Tightening the wires around the branch to make a fishing pole, Naruto grinned at himself. They're all done, now all we need is bait for the fish. Naruto grinned, as the cat meowed and tilted its head when Naruto looked at it. 2 minutes later, the black Neko found herself hanging over the lake as ninja wires wrapped around her as Naruto used her as bait. The Neko meowed as she still dangled over the lake. Sorry, they're no bait anyway, so I have to use you, Neko-chan, or should I say Devil Neko-chan? Naruto said as he found his ninja wire cut as the black Neko jumped onto the bridge railing where he was sitting on. How long did you know NYA? The black Neko asked, as Naruto stared at her before giving her a shrug. I can sense you, you have energy of a devil, but I also sense senjutsu from you. So you must be a Nekomata or formerly one until you turned into a devil, right, Neko-chan? Naruto asked. Wow, you're good, NYA, though I wasn't a Nekomata, but a Nekosho, were the strongest among our species. They were two of us left until we were both turned into devils, NYA. The cat started to glow as it began to take the form of a human. When the light died down, Naruto saw a young woman with a voluptuous figure, long black hair with split bangs and hazel eyes with cat-like pupils, and on top of her head were a pair of black cat ears. Her attire consisted of a black kimono, yellow obi, a set of golden beads, and an ornately detailed headband. The kimono featured a red interior and it opened at her shoulders showing her large breasts, and Naruto noticed behind her was two black tails. Naruto cursed himself, why does every woman I meet have to be sexy and beautiful? Damn, I need to train to control my libido. Like what you see, NYA? She asked as she made her way to Naruto while she swayed her hips. Naruto's eyes started to follow her hips as if he was caught in a genjutsu. I take that as a yes, NYA, the woman giggled as she wrapped her hand around his neck. Snapping back to his senses, Naruto now stared at a pair of hazel slit eyes. Yo, he awkwardly said, as she started to lean in closer as he started to lean back. Who are you and can you get off of me please? I don't know, it isn't very polite to ask for someone's name until you gave your first, and I don't want to, your chakra feel warm and cozy. She just snuggled closer to his neck and Naruto heard her purring. Wanting answers, Naruto substituted himself with a tree log. Blinking several times, she looked at the log she was hugging and at Naruto who was standing the opposite end of the bridge. How? You do that, NYA? The woman asked, tossing the tree log away as she crossed her arm under her breast making him appear several times bigger. A ninja will never reveal their secrets, though we do shout our attack though, don't know why, Naruto muttered the last part, getting Kuroka to giggle as she heard him with her enhanced hearing. You're funny, NYA, it's the more reason I'll make you mine. She winked at Naruto, causing him to blush. Shaking his head, Naruto glared at her. I say it again, who are you? He demanded. Like I said, it isn't very polite when a gentleman asks for a lady name without giving his first. She playfully scolded Naruto with a pout and wiggle of her finger in a no-no fashion. Sorry to break it to you, but I'm not gentleman, I'm just your everyday shinobi. Naruto grinned as his grin was matched with one of her own. Oh, a shinobi, I like my man tough and rough, NYA, okay, my name is Kuroka, no surname. Kuroka introduced herself as Naruto nodded his head. I'm Naruto Uzumaki, the most badass ninja in the world. Naruto introduced himself with a grin as Kuroka just giggled. Now tell me, what is your reason being here or any case with me? Since you're a devil and all, you must have a master to go to, right? Naruto asked, getting Kuroka to shake her head. Nope, I killed my master a long time ago, I'm what you call a stray devil, NYA, I'm a wanted SS rank criminal. She said as Naruto narrowed his eyes. SS rank criminal, so basically she is tougher than members of the Akatsuki. She killed her master. For what reason? Naruto though wouldn't judge her until he knew the truth. Why did you kill your master? Naruto asked, and Kuroka just blinked before laughing a bit. That's for another time, NYA, but if you want to get to know me better we could go to a hotel and… Fine, I understand. Another question, what are you doing here? I'm here to see you, NYA, Kuroka said as Naruto's eyes narrowed again. Me? What do you want with me? He asked. That's a secret, NYA, Kuroka teased as Naruto stood in place. He doesn't know if she was dangerous nor her intentions with him. But if you want to know, then you have to beat me first, NYA. Beat you? Then you want came here to fight? Naruto raised a single eyebrow, as Kuroka just shook her head. Nope, I came here for some personal reason, and I came here to test you, NYA, we're going to play a game tag. She announced. Naruto just blinked foolishly. A game of tag, that's it? Naruto asked as Kuroka nodded her head. Yep, all you gotta do is take my headband off and you win. Kuroka said. Naruto nodded as she continued, but it's same for me also, if I manage to grab your headband you'll be coming back with me, NYA. Kuroka gave him a seductive smile, making him shiver. Do you accept? Taking the time to think it over, if he wanted answers from Kuroka, he would have to play along with her game of tag. But if he lost, he'd have to follow her wherever she came from, but it might give him so chance to see who she was working for and it might be connected to the threat in the future. So it's basically a win-win situation for him. Fine, I accept the match, Neko-chan, when do we start? He asked as Kuroka just stood there and gave him a smile. She didn't move at all and that made it strange for Naruto, as he noticed something was off around him. The atmosphere felt different, it feels like he's in a genjutsu. Pouring chakra in his hands, Naruto clapped his hands sending a chakra pulse around the surround area. The result was expected as Naruto saw the sky and surrounding area shatter, and just in time too, since he saw Kuroka was right in front of him with her hand stretched out for his headband located in his left arm. Thinking fast, Naruto twisted his body around, as Kuroka's body began to pass him. Watching in slow motion as her body begins to pass him, Naruto reached out for her headband. He was a mere inch away from the headband and was closing in, but to his surprise he saw her bend her body forward in an instant with her hands on the ground. Twisting her body, Kuroka sent a spinning kick to Naruto's chest. Seeing the attack coming, he was prepared to block it, but he widened his eyes when he sensed her using senjutsu. But what caught him off guard was that since she was upside down, gravity started to kick in as her kimono fell down, showing Naruto that she wasn't wearing any panties. His eyes bugged out comically as he stared at her shaved pussy, and failed to notice her foot connecting to his chest, sending him through the trees while shattering them in progress. Standing back up, Kuroka looked at the direction where she kicked Naruto in. Are you alive, NYA? She yelled at Naruto, waiting for a bit. She didn't get a reply. She could sense his aura behind the trails of broken trees, so she knew he's still alive. But her eyes widened when she sensed Naruto's aura change and a new energy enter his body. Licking her lips lustfully, she turned when heard footsteps coming from the direction she kicked Naruto in. As the footsteps came louder, Kuroka could see Naruto making his way out of the woods, but she noticed his appearance had changed as his eyes now have yellow toad-like irises with orange pigmentation around his eyes. Also, his body was covered in senjutsu energy. I was right, NYA, you can use senjutsu. Her smile widened as how powerful he felt. She could tell he had mastered senjutsu. Taking a closer look at him, she could see a trail of blood from his nose. Did looking at my pussy make Whisker-kun happy? She grinned as Naruto automatically wiped the blood from his nose. No, you kicked me in the nose and it started to bleed, he lied quickly, but Kuroka's grin never left her face. Feeling self-conscious, Naruto quickly added, I'm really telling the truth. You see, while you kicked my nose I was sent flying back and my face got smacked by the trees and, oi. Are you listening to me? I'm really telling the truth here. he shouted as his face starting to heat up. But Kuroka was still grinning. Whisker-kun is itchy, Kuroka teased, making Naruto blush harder. Your whole body is itchy. Naruto snapped back, and why aren't you wearing any panties? Because they're uncomfortable. NYA, does Foxy-kun want to do itchy stuff with me? She teased as she slowly lifted up her kimono, but Naruto disappeared and reappeared behind her, holding her hands down as she let her kimono go. "Ah, woman, my heart couldn't take much more of your teasing," Naruto said as he was wrapped his arms around her so he could hold down her hands. "Oh, Foxy-kun, I never knew you were so bold," she teased as she started to grind her bubbly ass against his crotch area. Naruto cursed himself again. Why, oh why do I always meet sexy women who like to tease me? But the game is still on, so catch if you can. NYA. She quickly turned around and grabbed his crotch with one hand before giving him a peck on the lips. Before Naruto could even say anything, she disappeared from view as her voice echoed through the air. "NYA, I caught a big one." Taking a deep breath, Naruto tried to calm himself down from all the teasing he was receiving. Keeping himself calm and collective despite a red face, Naruto looked at the direction where Kuroka's aura was located. "You can run, but you can't hide, Neko-chan, because the big bad fox is coming to get you." He grinned as he disappeared from view, missing Kurama lead 4 small kids through the park. Back in Yasaka Shrine, Amaterasu and Inari were currently watching Yasaka train canoe in the backyard. After the whole morning incident, Amaterasu and Inari both sported a new lump on their heads as Yasaka scolded them once again. After having lunch, Amaterasu and Inari started watching the mother and daughter duo train in silence. The silence was broken though, when Inari brought up some important information. "Amaterasu, I think it's good time to mention this," Inari said. Sensing the seriousness in Inari's voice, Amaterasu nodded for her to continue. "One of my kitsunes delivers me a scroll from Naruto and you wouldn't guess what was inside," Inari said as Amaterasu looked at her curiously. "What was inside the scroll?" she asks. "It was an oni, but not just any kind of oni, but a Delta class oni," Inari replied, getting a look of surprise from Amaterasu. "TCH, so someone managed to open the demon gate?" Amaterasu scowled. "Yes, though they managed to open just a crack. If they were to manage to open the gate fully, then we would be dealing with some Omega class onis," Amaterasu finished as a frown plastered itself on her beautiful face. Who could have managed to break the hundreds of seal I had placed over the gate? While interrogating with the silver oni called Gintoki, we managed to find out he's working for Tsukuyomi. Inari scowled as Amaterasu broke the cup of tea in her hand. "So that brother of mine managed to gain more power while he was sealed. TCH, these make things more difficult for Naruto-kun." Amaterasu was deep in thought on what to do in this situation. If Tsukuyomi manages to obtain an army of onis between Delta class and a Grunt class oni, then we should be fine. But if we let the demon gate open any further, I fear this world will have another war in its hand, Amaterasu said as she closed her eyes, thinking of a way to solve the problem. "We will ask some Sohei warrior monk with some Miko to seal the gate. I have to appoint a god to lead the operation to oversee the situation," Amaterasu stated. "I agree, but the problem is the gate is located in the depth of hell near Traitorous. The trip will be difficult and mostly likely Tsukuyomi will have the place guarded," Inari said as Amaterasu was deep in thought. "You're right, if anything we have asked the devils to aid us, since the devils owe me some rent for a while now. I think it's time to collect it." Amaterasu smirked. "I see, I think Naruto-kun also has the devil support, so the journey to the demon gate should be smooth. But knowing my brother, he will have a backup plan or some way to stall us. He's also a sly one," Amaterasu muttered as a light appeared behind Amaterasu, showing a Miko bowing to Amaterasu and Inari. "Lady Amaterasu, here are the records of event that has taken place in Japan with your absence." The Miko gave Amaterasu a notebook of event that has taken place in Japan. "Thank you, Kei-chan, please return to your post." Amaterasu smiled as the Miko bowed her head, bidding the 2 goddesses a farewell before vanishing. "Now then, let's see what happened in Japan from my absence," she said as she flipped through the book. A few minutes went by as Amaterasu closed the book with a blank look on her face, getting Inari to raise an eyebrow. "What the matter, Amaterasu?" Inari asked as Amaterasu just slid the book to her. Flipping through the book, Inari's face went from surprise to anger quickly. "It seems the church has used our territory to take in orphan to be part of the Holy Sword project, which ended in a failure as the kids were killed," Amaterasu said with disgust in her voice. "I want to know why Michael didn't or the other archangel didn't do anything about it, also letting the project in our territory. Also, the devils massacre the rest of Nekomata species in our absence as well. I think it's time for us hold a meeting between the 3 biblical faction and end this little conflict once and for all," Amaterasu said as Inari nodded her head. Naruto and Kuroka could be seen jumping through the roof around Kyoto chasing each other. It's been an entire day since the game of tag has begun and Kuroka is starting to feel exhausted. Is Neko-chan getting tired already? That's a shame because I'm not winded at all. Naruto teased as the two of them landed on top of Kyoto Tower. You have large amount of stamina NYA, it will be good use when we will be in bed mating. Despite her tiredness she was able to tease Naruto while making him blush. Anywhere, this is the end of the line, please calm, Naruto was interrupted when Kuroka rushed toward Naruto. Kicking Naruto in the chest, making him skid back she appeared behind him and aimed for his headband on his arm. She reached for his headband but saw his body goes up in smoke showing a log in his place. Letting go of the log she tries to sense Naruto. Pinpointing the location where Naruto was, she jumped in the air as Naruto burst through the ground underneath her. Nice try NYA, but no one can sneak past me. She smirked but it was soon replaced by confusion as Naruto smirked as well. But before she could ask why her senses started to kick in as someone was behind her. She tried to avoid the person but failed to as the person hugged tightly onto her as Kuroka found her headband missing on her head. Got you Neko-chan. Looking behind her Kuroka saw another Naruto smirking at her. Looking down at the other Naruto, she saw him go up in a burst of smoke. That's my shadow clone, haha they are a copy of myself but weaker. Naruto explained as the both of them landed on the roof. Oh, so can we use them if we're doing a gangbang NYA? Kuroka asked getting Naruto to shake his head with a light blush. He was beginning to get used to the teasing by Kuroka now, but not entirely. So, it's my win, so tell me what your reason on being here. Naruto demanded as Kuroka just tiptoed up to his face and whispered in his ear. I came here, to find you NYA, since my species is becoming as extinct with only me and my sister being the only survivors, I want to repopulate my species with strong children. NYA, she whispered before backing off him. Since I felt your chakra yesterday I became addicted to your warmth aura and the power you displayed across Japan or the world I decided that you will become my mate. She announced as Naruto choked on his spit. Mate. Naruto stuttered out as Kuroka nodded. Yep, you're going to help me repopulate my kind Foxy-kun. Kuroka teased before she and Naruto sensed large amount of yokai coming to their location. Oops gotta go Fox-kun, next time I see you it will hot sweaty sex NYA, she said as she disappeared from his sight. Great. I have to deal with more teasing. Naruto cried anime tears as he descended down to the alleyway below. Walking out and blending with the people on the street, Naruto once again began his journey on finding a publisher. Later that night in Yasaka's shrine Naruto began to make his way to the backyard where he sensed Amaterasu, Inari, Kurama, Yasaka and Kuoh were located. After searching for a publisher for about 1 hour, Naruto swallowed his male pride and asked for directions. To his surprise and annoyance the publisher was behind him all this time. After showing the Ika Ika series and making the deal Naruto made his way back to Yasaka's shrine. He could help but smile a bit when he remembered the game of tag he and Kuroka played for most of the day. That was probably the first time he ever played tag with someone since no one wanted to be around him in his childhood. Walking in the backyard Naruto could feel the tension in the atmosphere as he took a glance at the group. He could see Inari, Amaterasu and Yasaka each sporting a serious look on their faces. Kuoh was confused since she was still a child and Kurama, well he has a shit-eating grin on his face. Yo, what's going on? He asked as he made way to the group. It's good to see you Naruto-kun, hope you had no trouble finding the publisher. Yasaka said as Naruto awkwardly laughed. Why yeah it was rather easy, so I decided to take a stroll through the park. He said leaving out the part where he played tag with a wanted criminal. That's good to hear Naruto-kun, but I got a mission for you. Amaterasu said as Naruto's eyes lit up. Sweet what is it? Naruto asked, not noticing as Kurama's grin grew larger and larger. You're going to be hunting down a certain fallen angel. Standing on top of the abandoned church were two figures overseeing the city of Kuoh, a full moon shining bright behind them. The light of the moon revealed Naruto standing on top of the church with Chibi Kurama resting on his shoulder. It had been a day and a half since Amaterasu had given him the mission to hunt a certain fallen angel with the additional option to kill or capture an ex-archbishop. Sighing a bit, Naruto was currently behind schedule since he should have arrived in Kuoh this morning, but since he wanted to travel there by foot, with him lacking the ability to read a map right, it took him all day to arrive here. Luckily Kurama had been sleeping all day, or he would never have heard the last of it. I'm surprised it didn't take us 3 days to get here. You're getting better idiot, kukuku. Damn, he knows, it's not my fault, it's a new world and I'm not familiar with the terrain here. Naruto pouted, as Kurama just rolled his eyes as he stared out to Kuoh. You know the objective of your mission, Kurama said seriously. Naruto just nodded his head as he pulled out 2 pictures. Looking at the pictures, Naruto couldn't prevent the scowl appearing on his face. On one of the pictures showed a short bespectacled elderly man with grey hair and a moustache wearing a priest outfit. His name is Valpa Galilei, former archbishop and the person in charge of Human Experiment, Holy Sword Project and subsequent massacre of the orphans who he used in the experiments. The second picture showed a fallen angel with long black hair with pointy ears. He had 5 pairs of black wings on his back as he wore a black robe. His name was Kokabil. Going by the information Amaterasu provided for him, Naruto knew he was a very arrogant with his power and he was a well-known warmonger. Naruto growled when he looked at the 2 pictures as his hand crunched the pictures. These 2 were part of the reason why this world could not achieve peace. One of them liked to experiment on children and the other wanted another war. These 2 greatly reminded him of Orochimaru and Madara. The world doesn't need more people like them, causing pain and suffering when they are left alone to act as they please. The fat one will be easy to capture, but that fallen angel will put up a fight. Kurama commented as he glanced at the pictures. Yeah, you're right, but that doesn't matter. Kokabil wants another war and we both know what wars are like. Pain, suffering, sadness and vengeance, these are the emotions people go through in war. The cycle of hatred will continue generation through generation and peace become further out of our grasp. This is the reason they must be dealt with, Naruto wisely said, trying to locate a certain someone. True, so how are we going to do this? Amaterasu said this city is the place that Kokabil should arrive. What are we supposed to do until he comes and where are you going to stay? Kurama asked. Thinking about it, Naruto doesn't have an answer yet. The Ica Ica book series won't be published until next month so his finances were still in a tight spot. Snapping his fingers, Naruto remembered Amaterasu saying there was a Shinto shrine in the area, so he could live in the shrine for the time being. But if he remembered correctly, this territory is rented by devils, and not just any devils but Sirek's little sister and his first friend in this world. I can ask Sirex, although I don't need to since Japan is the Shinto territory and the devils are renting this certain area, but I think it would be better if we asked first and informed Sirek about the situation since it involves his sister. Naruto said as Kurama just gave him a shrug. Fine. I don't mind, I'll be going back into the seal. My body is starting to crumble. As Kurama said this, his body started to crumble as a side effect of staying out of the seal for too long. In puff of smoke Kurama disappeared and reappeared inside the seal. Wake me up when we're fighting, Kurama said before laying down for a nap. Sighing, Naruto stretched his left arm above him showing his bandaged hand. Channeling some chakra to his hand, a golden symbol appeared on the back of his palm. The symbol design was a sun-like mark in the middle with 6 magatama surrounding it as it glowed brightly. The symbol belonged to Amaterasu as proof that he was a Shinto champion. He also received her blessing but he doesn't know what he got. Thinking back, he remembered when he was about to head out for his mission. Flashback: in the outskirts of Kyoto, Amaterasu and Inari were seeing Naruto off for his mission. Yasaka couldn't see him off since she had a meeting to attend as the leader of the Yukai faction. But she did give him a goodbye kiss, much to Amaterasu's displeasure. Canoe was a difficult problem at the moment to say, at least as she was clinging to his leg while crying about not leaving. But with much promising from both him and Kurama about playing and going out for ramen when they meet up again, Canoe let go of his leg but not before giving Kurama a tight hug which squished the almighty Kyuubi. Well, I'm off, I'll see you guys when I get back, Naruto said as he was prepared to take off, but Amaterasu's voice stopped him. Wait, Naruto-kun, come here for a second. Amaterasu gestured Naruto to come closer to hear, which he did. Walking up to Amaterasu, she grabbed his left hand and hovered her hand over his. A few seconds later a magic circle started to appear on the back of his palm showing him a symbol. This is my symbol, this is the proof that you're our champion and our representative, she said, surprising Naruto. Wow, thanks I guess, but you sure it's okay for me to represent the Shinto fraction? It's kind of a big deal, Naruto said as Inari hugged him from behind, pushing her breasts to his back. This action would normally make Naruto blush crimson and faint from the loss of blood, but after dealing with the 2 goddesses sleeping in his bed twice while naked and Kuroka feeling him up, he started to get used to it. It's fine, we trust you and we know that you will do the right thing, Inari said as she leaned closer to his ear and whispered, we're counting on you, Naruto-kun. She licked his ear which caused him to shiver and Amaterasu to glare at her. Why yeah, you can count on me, he stuttered. He may be used to light teasing and naked bodies, but things like that still made him blush and stutter. Clearing her throat, Amaterasu started to speak again. Anyway, Inari and I won't stay Kyoto any longer since we are needed in Takamagahara and prepare an operation against Tsukuyomi. So to keep in touch, the seal also acts as a cell phone so we could speak anytime, or we could have phone sex, Amaterasu teased as she winked at Naruto. Shaking his head, Naruto got Inari to let go of him. Well, I better be going then, I'll see you guys. Ugai. He was interrupted when Inari jumped on Naruto, wrapping her legs around his waist, making him grab her ass to support her as the both of them started to make out. The makeout session took a while, but the two eventually pulled apart for some air. Wow, that was amazing, Naruto said, a little dazed from the makeout session as Inari giggled. Yep, so let do it, Ugai. Inari found herself pulled back as she landed on her butt. Looking up, she saw Amaterasu jump on Naruto as she started to make out with him this time. Though this session lasted longer, and Naruto's body started to glow bright golden before dying down. What happened? Naruto asked as he finally got some air. He felt something funny with his body when he was kissing Amaterasu. I gave you my blessing, Naruto-kun, she winked at him as she walked back to Inari. So what did I get from your blessing? That's a Shay-Re-Court, she teased, wiggling her finger, getting Naruto to sigh. Flashback ends. Sighing at the memories, Naruto finally found the person he was looking for before he headed to talk to Sirex. Cracking his neck, Naruto disappeared from the church and headed toward his target. Azazel's apartment. Azazel just got back from fishing with his devil friend Issei. All of his effort he put on getting close to Issei was to see how he had been progressing with his scared gear. He lived in this apartment in Japan mainly to get close to Issei, even risking his neck against the Shinto fraction, though he wasn't that worried since it had been years since they checked on this area. He would be lying if staying in Kuoh to observe Issei's boosted gear was the only reason, though, as the second reason was to keep tabs on Kokubile. That damn guy had been leaving his post and trying to start another war. Azazel himself had no interest in war since his focus was on researching scared gears. Walking inside his apartment, he failed to sense a person sitting on his couch as he made his way to get some beer. Hey, can you get me something too? A voice called out as Azazel didn't pay too much to it. Sure. What you want? I got whiskey, beer, and water. He answered back. Water please. Nodding in response, Azazel poured a glass of water and himself some whiskey as well. He strolled to the living room where the TV was on and Dragon Ball was playing. He handed a glass of water to the blonde-haired kid. Thanks, don't mention it, Azazel replied, taking a seat on the other couch as the both watched the anime. A few minutes passed as the two watched the anime, and Azazel finally realized it. There, a blonde-haired kid with 6 whiskers marks on his face sitting on his couch. He didn't even sense the kid. He could tell the kid was a human, but for him to completely hide his presence, he knew this kid wasn't normal. Preparing to attack the kid, he stopped himself when he realized the kid wasn't a threat. Since he didn't attack him yet or show any sign of hostility, Azazel shrugged his shoulder and relaxed back on his couch. I'm surprised you didn't attack me, Naruto said as Azazel let out hearty laughter. I didn't sense any hostility from you or your presence. How did you completely hide your presence? You're not a normal human, are you? Azazel smirked as Naruto returned it with his own. You're right, Azazel, Governor General of the Fallen Angels, Naruto said, getting a raised eyebrow from Azazel. My name is Naruto Uzumaki, and I have some questions for you, Naruto said as he lifted up his left hand and channeled his chakra, showing Amaterasu's symbol, getting Azazel to gulp nervously. I'm also a champion of the Shintos and their representative. I see, haha. To be young and hold great title you must be strong, huh? Azazel smirked. Meh, who knows, Naruto just shrugged. Anyway, I'm here to ask some question. Ho, please ask away. First question, why is the leader of the fallen angels in a devil territory, or more importantly in the Shinto land? Naruto asked seriously as Azazel shrugged his own shoulder. I thought Amaterasu wouldn't check this world since she's busy with the others, and I came here for my own reason. He answered with another shrug as Naruto's eyes narrowed and his aura surrounded him. Naruto was covered by golden aura with some flames flickering around him. That's not good enough, Azazel. What is your reason being here? I don't think Sirek likes the leader of the fallen angels in his sister's territory. Now speak, Naruto demanded as Azazel started to chuckle nervously. I get it, and I'll answer you, Azazel said as Naruto dissolved his aura. I'm here to observe one of Rias Creamery's peerage with a scared gear. Why would you observe him? You must have a reason. I devote myself to research all the sacred gear God had made, he answered proudly. Okay, that's reasonable, I guess. Then second question. Naruto's eyes narrowed again as he glared at Azazel. Why is Kokubile doing here with the 7 pieces of Excalibur? And answer truthfully. Azazel just sighed before he took a sip of his whiskey. Kokubile went rogue. He left his post a week ago and stolen the pieces of Excalibur and brought it here. Do you know why? Mostly likely to start another great war, and by doing that he was planning on killing Sirek, Lucifer's sister, Azazel said seriously. Naruto punched the coffee table, causing it shatter under his strength. Then why aren't you stopping him? Unless you want another great war as well, Naruto said dangerously. No, I have no interest in war, only my research. I already have a plan to take care of him, but in due time, since I want to see how far Issei's scared gear has progressed. So you're using Rias and her peerage as bait? Yes. I see. Naruto got up and punched Azazel in the face, making him fly into the kitchen. That's for using my friend and her peerage as bait, you bastard. But since I know where you coming from, I won't kick your ass, Naruto said as Azazel returned to the couch with an ice pack. Damn, you have a mean left hook, Azazel commented, getting Naruto to smirk. Anyway, I want you to cancel your involvement with Kokubile. My mission was to capture him or kill by Amaterasu. I hope you don't mind, Naruto said as Azazel just shrugged his shoulders. Do as you please, I'll tell Vali to not get involved. I was planning on freezing him for all eternity, but for the goodwill with the Shinto fraction I'll accept your request, though I ask you to not interfere until I have collected my data, Azazel said as Naruto nodded his head. Deal. The both of them shook hands as they both fell into silence while watching anime. So, can I crash here for tonight? Listen up, maggots, starting right now, all of you will be attending Nine-Tail Kurama boot camp. Kurama voice out, standing on top of fountain in the park in his kit form. A sign can be seen behind him saying, Nine-Tail Kurama boot camp. After his introduction, he got a small series of excited yelps. Looking in front of him, he saw 3 small kits looking at him with different expression. The first kit Kurama eyes landed on was a black kit with red eyes and a smirk plaster on his face. Kurama didn't know why, but he felt like this kit reminded him of someone. The next kit he saw, he couldn't help but eye twitch on the scene he saw next. The next kit has a pink color fur over her body with a red ribbon on top of her head. But what got him annoyed was that the pink kit was squealing as she fusses over the black kit, which was doing a good job ignoring her. I swear, where did I see this scene before? Kurama thought, before shaking his head and moving to the last kit and had to do a double take on the last kit. The last kit has golden colorful with spiky mop on top of his head with his eyes squinting while giving Kurama a big grin showing his pearly white teeth. By the gods, I got a kit version of Team 7. Damn you, Lady Inari, damn you. You set me up, didn't you? Kurama thought as his right eye starts twitching dangerously. Neggy, your eye start twitching? The blonde color kit asks while getting into Kurama personal space. This damn kit is just like my idiot of a partner. He has no respect, Kurama thought. Bolt Barker, leave Kyuubi-sama alone. Clearly he's getting annoyed with you getting into his personal space, isn't that right, Dasuke-kun? The pink kit asked the black kit now named Dasuke. Dear Lord, if he said, I'll start eating that trash of the food that idiot called ramen. Was all the reply they got from Dasuke. Fuck you, Kami-sama. But Cherry-chan GGI was twitching fast and he didn't say anything for a whole minute. Bolt whined to the pink kit now named Cherry. Shut up, Barker, Cherry yelled at Bolt. Damn my immortal life, Kurama muttered, clearing his throat, catching the attention of the 3 kits. Alright you maggots, you 3 are here because Lady Inari told me to train you 3. You 3 are the newest recruits, so I won't accept any weakness if you 3 will become my discipline. Do I make myself clear? Kurama demanded, getting all 3 of them nodded furiously. Kyuubi-sama, how hard will you train us? Cherry asked Kurama nervously, getting the nine-tail Buji to chuckle darkly, causing the kids to feel a chill going down their spine. Kukuku, that's the wrong question to ask. Kuku, you should be asking how long will I make you stop, Kukuku. Kurama continued to chuckle. It doesn't matter, a voice suddenly yells out, causing Kurama and the other 2 kids to jump. Turning to the source of the shout, they saw Bolt with fire in his eyes. We will past everything you throw at us, and I'll become the next Kyuubi that suppress every other Kyuubi before me, even you, Gigi. Bolt said with a determined look on his face. His speech sparked confidence to the other 2 kids. Cherry has a smile on her face while looking more confidence. Dasuke just say, and look away, but if you look closely you could see his hidden smirk. Kurama for his part just looked at Bolt with a nostalgic look on his face. He just like Naruto, a loudmouth idiot who speak nonsense. Kurama looked at Dasuke and Cherry who got their confidence back. Kurama can't help but chuckle at the sight. Just like that idiot, alright. Kukuku, let's see if you back up your word, kit. We be having a test to see if you're worthy first of all. Kurama said. What kind of test is it, sensei? Cherry asks as Kurama laughed and brought his tail in front of him, showing them 2 bells. We be having the bell test.